2011, while Bunnings say they relish the chance to compete with any new entrant. We still haven't been told what caused the oil spill on board the West Atlas offshore rig that sparked protests and dire warnings from environmentalists and reassurances from the rig owners that all will be made good. With plenty of technical and engineering jargon being thrown around, John Mort tracked down a rig troubleshooter to help explain what's going on.
This is an environmental disaster.
I can't comment on how significant it is.
Depending on where you stand on the issue, the West Atlas rig spill is either a sign of things to come, for which WA needs to be prepared, or it's an overreaction that's giving Greenies a bandwagon to jump on in their opposition to the massive Gorgon natural gas project. One thing's for sure though, the timing is critical for all concerned. This is a classic example of where to get any real understanding of what's going on, you really need to talk to someone with practical experience. In other words, someone who actually does this for a living. Well, there is such a person in Perth, and what's more, his people have actually been working on that rig.
If you guys can finish it next week, they'll give us time to test it.
Yep.
And what are you working on here, the modems?
Yeah, we're just getting the cameras sorted out.
Tom Pado has been troubleshooting on offshore rigs for decades. The outfit he runs in Perth sends out teams of technicians using these gizmos, called ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, unmanned submarines. He's been watching the West Atlas scenario unfold.
The water temperature is 30 degrees and the outside temperature is pretty hot. And with this coming out, the condensate will evaporate straight away. And that's probably what you're seeing and why you're not seeing this grow so much. So most of the product coming out is gas. There's water coming out of it as well as condensate. The condensate's floating on the water and it's evaporating quickly.
And just in case, like me, you've been puzzled by some of the terminology.
It takes these legs and jacks them down. That's the word jack up. So the legs will be on the seabed, and then as it keeps jacking, the actual platform itself will raise up over the sea. And then the sea, when it gets rough, this is very stable, just like on land.
Hence the term jack up, because it's actually jacking the platform up each time you need to.
You can see the little ratchet wrenches. It takes a while, but it's very effective.
And this is similar to the West Atlas?
This is similar. The West Atlas is a jack up as well.
Now, obviously, Tom is pro offshore rigs, but it's interesting to get his take on the situation. See, when a layman sees this steam or vapour coming off a platform, you automatically think fire.
It's not. In fact, you don't see the black clouds staying over, darkening up all the sky. You don't see any flames or anything like that. What it is condensate, water, and gas. And it's not burning. And so by now you'd have seen the rig falling over in the ground, and it hasn't, because that's not what's happening.
So lots of steam, lots of vapour, no flames.
No flames.
The slick has been sprayed from the air to break it up.
What you have is a light crude that evaporates quickly. If you spray it with the dispersant, you actually can be doing more harm to the seabed than just the what's coming out of the well.
So what we've got is authorities, politicians just bottom covering.
For sure. They're politicians. They want to do best for their constituents. They want to show that they're doing the right job, and they're very good at that. Possibly in this case, maybe a little bit more information would have been better for them. It's my opinion.
With calls for an inquiry into the West Atlas rig spill, and indeed our whole offshore oil and gas industry, there'll be plenty of scope for opinions. This issue isn't going away anytime soon.
And the leak still hasn't been plugged, but another drilling rig is on the way.